Thank you, Deputy Assistant Secretary Cruz. You've certainly set the context about the state of Indigenous tourism today and progress in this country, thanks to the Native Act. The funding and support has been essential to so many communities. In fact, we at the George Washington University are very proud to help support the efforts of the Bureau of Indian Affairs to build capacity and provide technical assistance to tribal nations, beginning with the Dakotas, as part of the implementation of the Native Act. I'll share the details of that in just a minute, but now a very warm welcome to all of you, colleagues in tourism from throughout the Americas, who have joined today to speak, to learn, and to share. And a tremendous thank you to those who have been involved in organizing, supporting, and steering this event. As mentioned earlier, I am Seleni Matus, Executive Director of the George Washington University International Institute of Tourism Studies. As you may know, our team at GW has been preparing for this event for months. It has been a great honor to work alongside the Bureau of Indian Affairs and the Organization of American States to organize this first hemispheric level conversation on Indigenous tourism. I'm so happy we're here today. Like everyone else, the reality of COVID has forced us all to readjust and rethink. While the impact of the virus has been devastating to communities around the world, particularly Indigenous communities, it has not only demonstrated the inequality of the system, but the ability of people to readjust, reinvent, and renew. COVID has called on us all to draw on our resources for resilience. Who embodies this quality more than Indigenous peoples? Despite the odds, here you are to tell and share your stories, to teach, to learn, to listen, and to lead. That's why I'm so excited to be here today with all of you. We have new opportunities to reframe the conversation around Indigenous development and tourism. Over a number of years, I've witnessed firsthand the remarkable resilience of Indigenous peoples. In fact, during one of my first trips to Indian country here in the US, to the Turtle Mountain Reservation in North Dakota, I learned of the growing interest among tribal nations to leverage tourism to bring about sustainable economic development. I also learned how much Indigenous communities in Latin America and the Caribbean, which is where I'm from, share with Indigenous communities in the US. So many shared challenges, such as lack to basic infrastructure, young people moving to urban areas in search of jobs, and the rampant and systemic racism that precludes access to capital, to financing, which is clearly critical for tourism development. As much as I was aware of the shared challenges, I was tremendously inspired and motivated by the people I met on that visit and the stories I heard. After working with the Turtle Mountain community on developing their tourism plan, we expanded that work to a statewide project that included all 5 federally recognized tribes of North Dakota. Together, we helped them form the North Dakota Native Tourism Alliance, which led to a similar project in South Dakota, the South Dakota Native Tourism Network. The biggest lesson along the way that we've learned is that there is power in unity. That's why our projects are focused on helping Indigenous communities to build opportunities that are regional and reflective of the shared history and culture that characterize so many Indigenous communities, and that are reunifying Indigenous communities through development of regional tourism. While with the Bureau of Indian Affairs, we have helped to develop new virtual and on-site tourism experiences and are establishing small regional tourism management and marketing organizations. Now, I would like to take you to the Standing Rock Reservation in North Dakota to share with you highlights of a tour that the Standing Rock Sioux Tribal Nation has developed as part of these projects. They're looking forward to welcoming visitors back when it's safe to do so. And now we share with you that video.